appear that Meghan Markle is not quite done yet with His Majesty the King, King Charles III. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're well today. And as ever, look after yourselves in what you're doing. And also, I just want to welcome one and all brand new subscribers to the channel. Hope you like what you've seen. Thank you for joining us. We're a friendly group, so do keep it nice and polite. We all like to get along. I get told off on a regular basis, but don't let that put you off. And of course, for everybody who's been, as I often say here, from the very beginning, you're very brave. You've got a lot of stamina. And of course, I truly am grateful. So thank you for sticking with the channel. This story I really wanted to share with you because it's an amazing thing when you think. As we now know, Meghan Markle herself was accused, and we have to say that, of bullying for a very short stint over here into the British monarchy. Now, she's always refuted these claims, as has Prince Harry. And they basically feel that their time in the British monarchy has stumped them in many respects because they weren't allowed to do certain things. Even their very big move, their Megxit, was thwarted by the worldwide pandemic. But when, of course, somebody went rogue, and by that we're talking Jason North, their former communications officer, about their stint in the British monarchy by leaking out certain text messages and WhatsApps, all of that sort of stuff, it really did throw a different light on it. As we also know, our late monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, decided that a private investigation would be best suited, and the results to this particular point we've never actually found out. Now, as you know, Prince Harry and Meghan have now vacated Frogmore Cottage, and the bottom line is they're through, quit. They've finished with the United Kingdom. They seemingly do not want to return. But according to a very well-placed source, Meghan Markle is still very keen for King Charles to make the findings of those alleged bullying claims public. This is because she believes it's a stigma attached to both her and the former royal known as Prince Harry that is holding them back, as do her brand new management team at the William Morris Agency, again allegedly. Now you can see both sides of this because Her Majesty the Queen, now as we also know, hinted by Princess of Wales, Catherine, basically came up with the infamous line, "Recollections may vary," about various stints. But Meghan herself has always, as I say, refuted these claims. Now, as we know, she's a big letter writer, recently wrote a letter to Taylor Swift, which apparently just her PA tossed aside and said no thank you. We know also that she's tried to, on previous occasions, get one-to-one with the King to try and iron out these individual problems. He's way too busy to get involved in such pettiness. But Meghan feels that without this being drawn a line under, and the best way forward by going public, this stigma will always remain. It's a risky thing to do because clearly she has no idea, as Prince Harry, as to what's involved in that particular investigation. It could make things a whole worse. But for her, she believes that she's got nothing to hide, and if they want to move on with their lives, and in particular her as a worldwide influencer to take on the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow, she believes openly a message from His Majesty the King, and indeed making that sealed document public, will solve everything. Risky manoeuvre. So far the King has, well, not bothered to respond, something that both Harry and Meghan are still very naturally angry about. Do you think it's a risk? Should they do it? Or do you think it's best to let sleeping dogs lie, as they say? As ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular developing story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.